and that is with effect from today, the 3rd day of April 2025, the year of our Lord. The party leader shall unveil the symbols of the party to signify the renewal and relaunch at this NDC. Number 2, party constitution. The party constitution of Umoja Summit Party of Kenya shall be renamed the Constitution of the DNA Party, with any such necessary variations. It's adopted with any such necessary variations as are approved by this NDC. All Umoja Summit Party of Kenya party organs, branches, and instruments shall become the organs, branches, and instruments of DNA. All branch party officials at the time of the renewal and relaunch shall serve in the same capacities in the renewed and relaunched party. Number 3, election of party officials. That the following officials who have been serving in interim capacity as national officials of Umoja Summit Party of Kenya be and are hereby confirmed as national officials of DNA for the next 5 years, beginning on this 3rd day of the 4th month in the year of our Lord 2025. These officials are listed as follows, and for avoidance of doubt, allow me to read. The party leader, the Honorable Godfrey Kanoti Ramoya. 2 deputy party leaders. Deputy party leader, Benjamin Kebaso. Another deputy party leader, Mheshimiwa Matano Chengo. National chairperson, the Honorable, or should I say His Excellency, Walter Mongare Nyambane. Deputy chairperson, Madame Rachel Mwakazi. Secretary General, Dr. Baraka Muluka. Deputy Secretary General, Madame Naomi Sidi. Ladies and gentlemen, I know I'm reading the resolutions, but Madame Naomi Sidi deserves a standing ovation. Deputy Secretary General, Madame Naomi Sidi. Let's give her a standing ovation. Standing ovation for Madame Naomi Sidi. Thank you very much. You may be seated. National Treasurer, Mheshimiwa Cleophas Oyaro. Deputy Treasurer, Mheshimiwa Kupata Matano. National Organizing Secretary, Mheshimiwa Beatrice Nakayai Kipish. Deputy Organizing Secretary, the Honorable Peter Ellen. Secretary, Legal and Constitutional Affairs, Mheshimiwa Joshua Makori. Secretary, International Affairs, Mheshimiwa Eric Orina. Secretary for Women Affairs, Mheshimiwa Lydia Gimode. Secretary Youth Affairs, Mheshimiwa Bright Shitani. Secretary Parliamentary Affairs, Mheshimiwa Masai Mwawira. Secretary National Security and Intelligence, Mheshimiwa Ferdinand Masha Kenga. Secretary PWD Affairs, Mheshimiwa Evans Kasena. And we have got our Executive Director, Daisy Delegates. Number 4, Code of Conduct. The party adopts the Code of Conduct and conflict resolution mechanisms as has been circulated. This Code of Conduct and the party rule book shall be appendices to the DNA Constitution and part of the Constitution. Number 5, party colors and symbols. The colors of the Democratic National Alliance shall remain as those of the USPK, being maroon, black, and gold, with a tinge of white. The symbol of the party shall be the African water pot, bearing a mosaic of colors, the colors of the party, and festooned in a ring with the name of the party, and the party's motto, which shall be, your voice, your power. Your voice, your power. 6, expanded National Executive Committee, NEC, for wider national outlook, gender balance, youthful presence, and other considerations essential for greater leader with 4 deputy party leaders. 1 national chairperson with 4 deputy national chairs. 1 secretary general with 1 deputy secretary general. 1 national treasurer with 1 deputy national treasurer. 1 national organizing secretary with 4 deputy organizing secretaries. 1 official each in the following portfolios: Secretary, Public Policy and Economic Affairs, Secretary, Legal and Constitutional Affairs, Secretary, Publicity and Information, Secretary for Women Affairs, National Youth Coordinator, National Women Coordinator, Secretary, Special Interest Groups, Secretary, Parliamentary Affairs, National Assembly, and Secretary, Parliamentary Affairs for the Senate. Secretary, Devolved Government, Secretary, Innovation, Research, Science and Technology, Secretary for the Arts, Creative Industry and Culture, Secretary, Innovation, Research, Science and Tech, Secretary, Special Programs and Social Welfare, Secretary, Labor and Human Resource Development, Secretary for Education, Secretary for Agriculture, Health and Food Security, Secretary for National Security, the Secretary for Humanitarian and Disaster Management Affairs, Secretary, Political Affairs and Campaigns. These positions shall be subsumed into the new, revised and updated DNA Party Constitution. NEC is hereby granted the authority to subsume these DNA portfolios and populate them with members and to present them to the Kenyan public. Further, NEC is hereby authorized to populate the positions at the earliest opportunity and submit them to the National Governing Council for ratification. 7. A National Delegates Convention and National Delegates Congress. NDC resolves that the free variation and alternative use of the names National Delegates Congress and National Delegates Convention in the party constitution be and are hereby harmonized and shall henceforth be cited as National Delegates Convention. 8. Party membership. All members of Umoja, the Summit Party, at the time of this transition shall automatically become members of DNA at the time of this transition, which means now DNA membership shall be both individual and corporate. Regulations shall be developed to be approved by NEC. 9. Collaboration with other political parties. NDC hereby authorizes NEC to seek and enter into cooperation and alliance with other like-minded, constructive, and progressive political parties and formations ahead of the next election of the President of the Republic of Kenya, as well as elections for the positions of governor throughout the 47 counties of Kenya, provided that such cooperation and alliances shall not be prejudicial to the interests of DNA, nor to the greater good and interests of the peoples of Kenya and their democratic institutions and human rights. NDC hereby grants authority to the National Governing Council of DNA to ratify any entering into collaboration with other parties before the collaboration or alliance can become effective. 10. NDC hereby resolves that the head office of DNA shall be relocated from Mombasa to Nairobi for ease of transaction of party business with other relevant national authorities. NEC is hereby authorized to find appropriate facilities within the city of Nairobi and set up offices as the new party headquarters. These premises shall be different from the Nairobi County DNA branch office. Last but not least, there is established the office of Board of Trustees of the Democratic National Alliance to safeguard the party from arbitrary action. A detailed description shall be developed and be approved by the National Executive Committee. Delegates, ladies and gentlemen, your resolutions. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I rest.
A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially carrying the next DNA of this country. Please, ingia kwa mfuko yako mahali kuna shati, kuna kofia, itoe. 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 Ndani ya Umoja sasa tuko na DNA mpya, si ndio? Ndani ya Umoja tuko na nini? Ambie jirani yako tuko na DNA mpya sasa. Valia waendelea, chumba sitoe na mbele lakini. Thank you so much. Inua kama unainua toa, kila mtu asimame, kila mtu asimame. Nije tuone kazi kitu, tuone kazi kitu, kitu. Ladies and gentlemen, we now request our party leader to officially make the declaration that the Democratic National Alliance DNA officially starts the journey. Our party leader, it's your time for you to make the declaration for pomp and colors.
Raise your hand. From today henceforth, this is the day of the Lord that the Lord has made. We shall be glad and be happy in it. We are now the Democratic National Alliance. DNA, DNA, Sema, DNA, Sema, your voice, your power, your love, DNA. Na kila mahali unaenda ujue kwamba DNA ya Kenya lazima ibadilishwe, si ndio? Kila mtu anajua kwamba DNA ya nchi inaenda kubadilika. Ile ya wizi inatoka, ile inakuja kuongoza inatoka kwa Mwenyezi Mungu. Kwa hivyo DNA, your voice, your power. Your voice, your power. Your voice, your power. Tell somebody next to you, your voice, your power. Your voice, your power. Your power, your voice. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we may take our seats for now.
Even the next.
Allow me to recognize our friend, our mentor, and a gentleman who in the previous spaces has given us opportunity to shine. One time I worked as a youth advisor to His Excellency Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka when he was the Vice President of the Republic of Kenya. Let us appreciate him in a mighty way. Wapi kelele, wapi kelele. At this juncture, as National Chairman of DNA, allow me, technical angalia sound tafadhali. Allow me at this point to welcome the various voices that you're seeing in front here, at least for wasalimie mwasikie, to give you our commitment as a party. That is not business as usual. Allow me at this point to ask Bright, who's going to take the agenda of our young people forward, to come and make a few remarks.
DNA, 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 DNA. So as you've heard, my name is Bright Chiteni. I am a social impact leader. I'm an African Visionary Fellow. I'm also the CEO of Kikao Movement, and now the youth representative in the NEC of DNA. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about the history
And on screen, we're going to play a short video before I make my remarks. Controller, can you please cue the video? So we just want to tell the story of how we got here today. And as young people, why our voice is important. On June 25th, we made our voices heard, and we are changing the trajectory of this country. Are we ready? Okay, let's go.
Nays 115, abstentions nil, so the ayes have it.
Through my work serving Kenyans in underserved communities, I have seen firsthand serving Kenyans in underserved communities, I have seen firsthand. Through my work serving Kenyans in underserved communities, I have seen firsthand.
Okay, I think we're having some technical difficulties. So I'm just going to briefly talk about the role of young people in leadership. Gen Z oye! Kikao! Kikao! DNA! 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 Young people, Gen Zs, millennials, this is our time. And this is our space. Moving forward in our country, we just need not to make our voices heard. We need to step up. DNA is the home of all young people. We want to see MCAs, we want to see governors, we want to see MPs. As mentioned by our matriarch, we even want to see a Gen Z president. Is it possible? Is it possible? Mnajiamini? Mtajituma? So as DNA, we are going to go around the country, host various vikals, talk about the issues bedeviling our country in the context of those spaces, those counties, and come up together, identify leaders among us. And DNA is the home where we will give you your ticket, we will support you, and we will encourage you and give you a platform to run. So allow me to end there, but realize, young people, that this is the opportunity. The next opportunity might come 100 years from now. We've knocked on the door. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Let's go for it. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki.
Distinguished delegates, naomba mniruhusu kwa sasa I invite Nakiai Kipish. Pigeni makofi na DJ kama unaweza mkangoma anapokuja, so that you can say a few words. Na tuonyeshe ile style ya kudansi na shiko tu.
I recognize the presence of party leaders in the House, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. Thank you for gracing our event today. And as the National Organizing Secretary, Democratic National Alliance, I take this podium today to welcome everybody, and I believe this hall represents the many Kenyans outside here. We share our problems, And we also remember the business people who are going through tough moments because of bad governance, and that's why we are here today. And also I remember we went to the streets in 2024, and 2025, going 2027, we are taking podiums like this one to liberate this country. So take this as the third liberation, 2027. I'm not saying that we don't want old people to guide us, but I also don't want us to be led blindly like it has happened for so many years. We cannot afford to miss 2027. Our life depends on it. And I just welcome all Gen Zs and millennials to know that it's you who are going to stand for your children and future generations. And we welcome all of you to NDA so that you can be able to be here, and we want your voice to be heard. On the streets, we went through abductions, we went through so many things, and harassments and killings. And we are here now holding the mics and directing every voice of Kenyans to the right direction. And we are not scared of anything. I just want you to know that if you keep telling us that I can't beat this, I can't beat this, just know that you're limiting yourself. So we welcome you all. Because of time, we'll have more forums across the country to liberate Kenya. It will be an economic liberation because we want our country back. Thank you.
Piga makofi kama wale watu tuko sawa. Ladies and gentlemen, as DNA, we want to engage ourselves with other parties that have the same aspirations like we do. At this point, allow me to invite our party leader, who will then usher in our chief guest for today. Please put your hands together as we welcome Honorable Godfrey Kalonzo, our party leader. Give him a call, please.
Good afternoon. It's not my time to speak, but we have a guest who has another function, and he would like to go and also appear there. But we have many other leaders who are already on the way coming. Other very senior leaders, they are on the way shortly to join us. And Mheshimiwa, former Vice President, His Excellency Kalonzo Musyoka, will be given a chance to address us because he was our chief guest, and we would like him to leave us with a word before this congregation. So I want us to all be upstanding. DJ, you can give me a song. Finish. So begin my His Excellency.
Thank you. DNA, your voice, your power. DNA, your voice. That actually means you have to speak out. My sister Naomi CD, Mheshimiwa Godfrey Kanoti, the party leader of DNA, Brother Ruben Kigame is here. I hope you see for you that unless the Lord undertakes this journey with you, hamwezi kwenda mbali. Kama wendi nasi. I really love that, Ruben, that composition. And other leaders are here and others coming. I see Omigo Magara, my brother, Miki Omigo. I need to introduce members of Wiper Democratic Movement. Tafadhalini kujeni tu tupigwe picha. Wale ambao wamekuja hapa. You might find we are a small team, but really standing in solidarity with you. Kujeni tupigwe picha. I think Barack Muluka is both. Okay. Kijeni tu tupigwe hiyo picha. Pigwe hiyo picha, Mheshimiwa Odis. Kijeni tu kwa picha. I think we stand here. It's better.
Enda simama karibu na
Very quickly, I think we are all here. Why don't we give them a wife or something? Thank you. We say all the way. Wakati mwingine tunasema kazi bila wizi. Bila wizi. Because wengine nasema kazi ni kazi. Tunasema sisi kazi bila wizi. And we mean business. I can see Wakili Jiru is here. I think these names are easily recognizable. Asanteni sana. Thank you. Let me just say a few words on your behalf. Because we have ranking members like Mheshimiwa Mawade, member for Embakasi South. We have in our midst also, where is Eunice in the Malas? I think I want her to stay behind. This lady is a secretary within the Wiper Democratic Movement. In charge, she's a secretary for coalition affairs. So if you guys are interested, you have to engage this lady, or should engage. Tumpigie makofi.
Thank you.
In our own right, a renowned lawyer in this country. Thank you so much, Eunice. Thank you. Mimi naona hii delegates conference yetu tulisafiri. When you say parties fulani ya standing ovation on associate Naomi Susu started Umoja Summit Party. So but this is a very important occasion. I like the fact that we move from delegates conference to delegates convention. A convention and a meeting like this would ideally take 2, 3, 4 days a week, so that you look at all the aspects of your new political outlook. Allow me on behalf of the Wiper Democratic Movement to congratulate DNA. What a name. What a name. And to welcome you to join at an appropriate time the next winning coalition. We call ourselves the People's Loyal Coalition. And I don't need to belabor the point that in 2022 we had two major political coalitions. Kenya Kwanza, which I like that actually nicknamed Kenya Kusha. I've since withdrawn those words because the country ain't Aisha. Born your Aisha kama muungano wa chama. And then we had Azimio la Umoja. And today, the reality of our political organizations is as clear as day. My brother Eugene Amala is on the way coming. He's a party leader of DAP. In fact, we had asked that he officially represents us at this function. But he will tell you The other day we had our sister Mother Karua rebrand our party, which was NAF, Kenya, to now People's Liberation Party. She also sends her greetings. Wanapokeza greetings zake. And brother, the second Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Rigathi Gachagua, also sent his blessings. His greetings and blessings. And as I said, Eugene is on the way coming. Whatever was Azimio la Umoja 1 Kenya, and this is a very unfortunate state, but it is the reality. When our friends in ODM openly signed agreement with Kenya Kwanza outside Kenyatta Conference Center, in my view, that marked the end of Azimio. So we have to be realistic. We have to be realistic because while the democratic movement cannot remain alone in Azimio. So this is a statement of fact. However, we live in this country. We have developed personal relationships and respect for each other. Nobody will ever hear me attacking Raila Amolo Odinga because that is not my DNA. That's not my DNA. Nobody will hear me attacking. So, because of the history, the long history, but we do respect each other's choices. An American ambassador famously said, his name was Johnny Castro, choices have consequences. You as DNA, you have definitely taken a position and you must therefore live in accordance with those choices. But always guided by our #1 reference document, Constitution 2010, which among other things, clearly says Kenya shall be and remain a multi-party democracy. While Kenya Kwanza on the one hand are busy trying to wind everybody into one political outfit, the new alliance, the People's Coalition we are talking about, is going to have to welcome as many of our political organizations as are available so that we develop that space. But I want to propose that we'll be guided at the appropriate time by the example of NAP. The 2002 moment is here with us. This is when we got Kibaki elected unanimously as the 3rd president of the Republic of Kenya. That moment, and we will be discussing the details, and I'm sure we'll be getting there. So that we, for example, have DNA, DAP, Kano, and other parties, PLP, competing at every level. But at the end of the day, whoever emerges a winner will carry the coalition flag. That's what we did. That is what we did. So that we encourage that competition, that at the end of the day come up with the example of NAP, which gave this country one of the most democratic leaders, the 3rd president of the Republic of Kenya. So my brother Godfrey Kanoti and your team, Nyambane, my brother, whom I mentored, I continue to mentor, and others, just be very clear. We have a country to redeem. This is a liberation movement. The organizing secretaries spoke very eloquently. Our Masai girl there, so eloquently. This is not a normal situation. We are not living a normal situation. What with a whole president who is supposed to be in State House and working, takes state money from state coffers to go and bribe people everywhere. And they believe, for example, because I'm from the mountain, we've asked our people, go out, show respect, get maximum. Give even them the indication that they control the mountain, which they don't, I can tell you. And when we move out there, there will be no William Ruto and Kenya Kwanza in the mountain and in a lot of places in this country. I'm told the Western region is boiling. In fact, Western region is boiling. Western, oye! Are you boiling? For change, for redemption, for liberation. Kenya will never be led by thieves anymore. Are you ready? This is the moment. Grab the moment and act. Your voice, your power. Your voice, your power. If you keep quiet, then even that DNA slogan, you will not live it. So we're here to tell you, welcome on board. I know Barack Muluka, an amazing mind. You write and continue writing, our brother. And you are one of our very serious national leaders at any level. And therefore, be encouraged. In fact, Kenyans don't want us to be sitting in these beautiful, beautiful lounges. They want action to liberate themselves. We are almost approaching 1 year since the 2024 massacre of young Kenyans, whose only crime was carrying a bottle of water, a national flag, and being very patriotic. We have heard that when they signed the MOU, one of the important things they say they will do is to compensate the families. Kenyans are still crying the blood of Rex Masai. I've just seen that in that presentation. The blood of Rex Masai is calling and crying from the ground for justice, for justice. So maybe not again kila life, but I think I'm also calling you to action, calling into action. We will work with the Gen Z, and I want to thank you because you have taken it upon yourselves to give them space. Young Kenyans must get their space, not yesterday, now. So when the time comes, and before that time comes, please take out your national identity cards as a matter of priority. And nobody should deny you. You remember when we made the noise about nobody made application to be born in Kenya? William Ruto reversed that thing. There was one who had told his peers, immigration, Lipiza watoto 1,000 shillings, 300 shillings. We're even saying every Kenyan who paid 300 shillings to get their national ID must get their refund, because that is your right. That is your right. So akasema oh hiyo tumeondoa. So my friends, this is a critical time in the history of our country, and we must rise to the occasion. Economic liberation. Countries around the world are thinking, first of all, about themselves. The 6 million plus Kenyans who have gone through university and they have no hope of getting any employment. And yet, companies are leaving Kenya for establishment in Tanzania, in Uganda, and other places, and therefore exporting our jobs to the neighboring countries. And you pretend you can go carrying money bags, go bribe citizens who come out singing for you, and there's no job, there's no food at the table. This is revolution time. Hii safari hii ni kujikomboa. Wangapi wako tayari kukomboa Kenya? And as you do so, we will rely on serious commitment. Let there be nobody used of the system to undermine the democratic aspirations of the Kenyan people. My friends, I could talk on and on. I hope you can allow me to go and talk to the Nairobi River people. They were initially given the Nairobi River Commission, and nobody wants pollution anywhere. Environment is the in thing. But you can't go on displacing Kenyans. And then you say you've been putting affordable housing. I wanted to hear your economic principle on this, Musyoka, not when you come. Our executive order number 1, we said, will be to do away with housing levy completely, because that is what any Kenyan with a payslip today, you get a very thin payslip, and that is the money you are paying so that William Ruto and his group can go all over the place bribing Kenyans. What kind of nation now, whose head of state is number 1 or is it number 2 leader in official corruption all over the world? And you DNA are sitting here
Your voice? Your voice? We're looking forward to hearing your voice. God bless you. Amen.
Wapi makofi na makelele for His Excellency, wapi makofi. Naomba cameramen wote wakuje huku upande wa stage wapige picha, ndio kila mtu aonekane, kila mtu asimame avae kofia yake, bendera, chochote uko nacho. Your Excellency, Your Excellency. Oh, umeenda kwa Excellency ametoka. Cameraman, nataka mkuje hapa. Wacha tumzikize kidogo, ketini kidogo, ketini kidogo, ketini kidogo. Allow me, as we see of His Excellency who's going for another program, ningependa kuomba my brother Ruben Kagame, a presidential candidate who was declared a candidate but the system decided he is not. Kama anaweza kuja hapa mbele atusalimie kidogo. Wapi makofi ngoma DJ? Tunapokaribisha
pra ser